Hello, everybody. I'm Lichald Scott. Welcome to another one podcast. So we are here today with Tommy Cuozzi. I hope I pronounced that well, right?
Yeah, you
Cuozzi.
did actually. You got it
Cuozzi?
right.
Okay. So we are here with Tommy. Tommy is an MMA fighter. He's a prospect. He's fighting on April 16th with Ultimate Battleground, right?
Right.
That's the promotion. So basically, we will have here Tommy today. We will talk about his career, his net fight, and something else. Tommy, how you doing, my brother?
I'm doing pretty well, feeling pretty well. We're 2 weeks out from the bout. Can't complain.
So this will be your third, fourth fight,
This
pro.
will be my fourth professional fight,
Mm,
but my 13th overall because I had 9 amateur.
yeah. So I would like to talk about your amateur career first, and then the pros. So when you start fighting and why?
I started fighting actually at 14 years old. I had been training for the longest time. When I was about 10, I went to an
Mm,
MMA show, kind of local, and
mm,
I saw it. And obviously, as a 10-year-old boy, I was like, "This is the coolest thing ever." So I decided I wanted to do it, and kept pursuing it. And at 14, my instructor asked me if I wanted to fight. And at this time, there wasn't any. The only really rule that there was that we couldn't like elbow or knee to the face.
yeah, yeah.
So I had four up until I turned 16. Then they kind of modified the rules, so I didn't fight until I was 18 again.
Okay. So as an MMA amateur fighter, so when is the correct time? Is there an age or just a fight experience like to go pro? Like, okay, I'm ready. Or is something case by case?
Um, I'd say it's different per person. I'd say age and experience comes into effect because obviously as a young fighter, you're gonna want to go as
Yeah.
fast as you can, and even now, like I want to go as fast as I can and kind of build my way up. But looking back, and I'm sure I'll say this in another year or two as well, looking back at where I was 2 years ago
Mm.
compared to where I am now, there's a huge difference. So it kind of let others, don't just decide for yourself. I'd say get the opinion of others, train with other pro fighters, and kind of see where you're at.
So what your parents say to you like, are you sure you wanna be a fighter? They support you. What they told you?
Oh, full-heartedly, 100%. Oh, absolutely. My dad actually, he fought twice. He won
Oh,
both of
okay.
his fights, and my mom supports it 100%. They actually, along with my girlfriend, they do the diet with me, like the fight cut diet. They'll help me out and kind of support me that way as well. So yeah, they're behind me 100%.
That's awesome, man. Tell us about your next fight. So, Ultimate Battlegrounds. This will be your third event with them, right? Do you like that
Yes.
promotion?
I like it a lot actually. They're very well run, very smooth. Typically they stay, you know, pretty much on schedule, even, if the fights go over. Like I think the
Yeah.
one time we were a little bit off was like every single fight was going the distance, which that's to be expected, but
Mhm.
very well run, very professional. There's you go to an MMA fight and you see sometimes, fights break out in the crowd. You see very unprofessional things. You don't see this here, and
Mm.
it's definitely a team thing too. Like it's not one person behind the scenes making everything run smoothly because
Mm.
that never works. It always takes a team. So it's Derek Brunson, Gerald, Vincent. They're all running around like crazy, making
Mm.
sure everything's perfect, and they treat the fighters well too.
So, what's the most you like about MMA? What the thing you say? Oh man, I love this.
That's if you were to ask initially when I was 10 and got into it, it would
Mm.
be playing punch face. But now I think my favorite is now there's many things to like about it, but I think my favorite is the respect you find
Mm.
in this sport. You see a lot of artificial fighters out there, a lot of people who want to be the next Conor McGregor talking trash, but once you're in there and you actually share a cage with somebody, I've made more friends fighting than I have through anything else, whether it be, training tournaments. I've made so many friends competing against these people.
Mm.
And I think it's just a mutual respect shown. Like, you step in there, you're obviously, you've got the guts to do it. So I respect you.
That's amazing. So talking about trash talk, you talk a little bit, but what's your take on this? Like, fighters need trash talk. You use trash talk or not? It's something you like, you don't like. It's something that if someone tell you something, you just okay. How you deal with trash talk? What's your take?
Typically I don't do it just because, there's always a chance. Obviously, every fighter goes in there wanting to win. Every fighter trains to win. But there's always a chance you're gonna lose. And if you trash talk up until that fight and you lose, you're gonna look
Yeah.
stupid. um, but there's I trash talk with my friends just for fun. Like in our gym, we all love each other, but we try to
Mm.
talk trash to each other. But I feel like it's a little different now. And if anyone were to trash talk me, I mean,
Do, do,
it
do
is
you
what it is.
do you
I
think
get
it's
to
do you think it's part of the show? Like if a fighter just told you like, you suck, or I don't know, like.
I think it absolutely is, and it stems back to I get to punch you in the face. So there's nothing really there for me to be mad at. Like we get to throw hands with each other tomorrow. So I mean, I'm not mad at you.
You speak with your hands.
Yeah, exactly.
Further, so what's your style of fighting? You have a style of fighting? You are a grappler, a striker, balance fighter, or how you describe your style of fighting?
If you were to look at my record, you would probably say grappler, but I train even in both. So I try to balance them out, try to kind of be equal all over the board.
Mm.
I've been working a lot on my stand up, and I think it's shown in my last couple of fights. Despite my last one finishing on the ground, I definitely think my stand up showed a little bit there too.
I wanna go back and ask you again something about your fights. So because I think watching your record, you struggle a bit your last
Hmm.
fights, right?
Yeah.
So how was the adversity and everything? So how was you mentally, like, okay, I'm losing, but then you go pro, you win and you win. So you can tell us how was that time for you?
It was difficult. I'm not gonna lie. There, it's definitely difficult because we put in our gym. Our main focus is cardio for sure when we train for fights, but it's constant hard work. We focus on technique a lot, but it's a grueling 2.5, 3.5 months of just nonstop going, 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 going. And when your hand isn't raised, it definitely affects you mentally. Um, but you got to keep on pushing through. It's part of it. Like I said earlier, a loss is always a chance you're going to have to take. There's always bigger fish in the sea. You
Mm,
just, you might fight them someday. At the end of the day, it's are you proud of your performance? Are you proud of what you've done? And even with the losses, you got to take that and you learn from it. Yeah, I'm sure you've heard the phrase, we're either going to win or we're going to learn. It's definitely a learning experience.
mm,
Still a loss for sure, but
yeah.
it. I think those. I ended my Emmy career on 4 losses, and I think those 4 losses made me better than any of my wins ever have.
Yeah, man. And I want to ask you because, mentally, maybe, you are too young. Like, maybe you didn't have thoughts like, oh, maybe fighting is not for me.
It definitely crossed my mind actually during that period of time. I got really down on myself, and it wasn't like super dramatic, but like
Yeah, it's amateur, but still,
yeah, it gets in your head, you lose one, you're like, oh, okay, that's my first loss. You lose two, and you're like, okay, let me set the
Yeah,
record straight. But once you hit 3 or 4, you're like, man, maybe this isn't for me. But as you see, you keep on pushing, and you're gonna get the results you want. You just got to push through that bad time if it comes.
that's awesome. That's awesome. So, talking now about your where you at? You live in South Carolina,
North Carolina.
North Carolina, North
Yeah,
Carolina. So you fight at South Carolina, I guess, at Ultimate
right.
Warriors, right? So how's the MMA community there? Is a big community in North Carolina and South Carolina?
Now South Carolina, I'm not super familiar with,
Mm,
but so I fought Virginia for the longest time, and I know for a fact the Virginia and North Carolina MMA community is a lot bigger than I thought it was,
mm,
and that, like I said, I've made more friends in this sport than I have
mm.
anywhere else, and it's all through that. Like I'm on a page, and it's like North Carolina, South Carolina, Virginia MMA or Jiu-Jitsu or something like that, and there's so many members on it just from this little area, and it's crazy to see. You wouldn't expect it, but they're everywhere.
It's nice. There's a topic is trending lately, like open scoring. As a fighter, you will like to know, like, okay, I won this round. Okay, I'm losing the fight. What's your take on open scoring?
Um, so like like
Yeah,
there's
when the round finish, so your corner now the result of the judges. Like first round, Tommy won.
oh
Yeah, so it's trending because Ariel Helwan is talking in his show every week, like talking to fighters about that. Because it's hard for fighters. Like imagine if you winning a fight, or if you think you're winning a fight,
yeah,
uh, but it's very clear, 2-0 going to the third round, but still some judges give like a split decision, like how in the world, but still happens.
right.
So it's very trending lately on Twitter and everything. So you would like to know, like at the end of every round, how you stand in the fight, like, okay, I'm winning, okay, I'm losing.
Um, that it kind of sounds nice actually. I'm so used to how it is now that I wouldn't
Mm,
mind either way. But I my last amateur fight, back to that subject, I was confident that I won rounds 1 and 2. And
mm,
that's, round 3 I don't want to say I took it easy. You can't take it
mm.
easy in a fight, but
Yeah.
I was just going with it. I wasn't striving to end it or anything at
Mhm,
that point because I was like, all right, rounds 1 and 2 are done. I have 5 minutes left.
mhm.
Um but yeah, I mean I think that's a nice concept. I think it could be very helpful, and I think it could also make for some more interesting fights to know whether you're winning or losing. If you know you're losing, then
Yeah,
you're gonna have a lot more motivation to finish it.
for real. Right now in United States, Invicta is using the system, but just in Kansas.
Yeah.
And I think Combate Global started using open scoring too
Ooh.
in Florida. So it's I mean, I like it, but I don't know. I rather asking fighters because they have the last word. Okay, it's
Right.
them that. So it's cool. It's cool, man. And I want to ask you, um, about your next fight. You like to make predictions? Like I know you told about the trash talk and everything, but you know to make predictions publicly? Like, okay, I'm gonna win this way. Okay, or just you go there and we'll see what happens.
Uh, Kind of just go out there and see what happens. Like I said, I don't really like to make predictions. Both fighters are going out there to win.
Yeah,
One of us is gonna win. One of us is gonna lose. Obviously, I want it to be me.
yeah,
Um, I've been working kind of, like I said, all areas. I've been kind of trying to tighten up gaps that I had in my game,
yeah.
and I hope to put them to the test.
Okay. Before we finish, I had to ask you, you like Akatsuki, right?
Oh, I love the Akatsuki.
I want to ask you, which one is your favorite character?
Man, like, I'm gonna sound basic if I say Itachi. Hold on.
Yeah.
Uh, but
Yeah,
obviously Itachi, that's my dude. Hold on.
yeah, man.
If I can,
Sharingan is the best one.
is
I
there
mean,
a way?
so
Hold on. So we got,
whoa,
uh,
you have Pain, you have Toby, you have,
yeah,
oh my God,
bro,
man.
Payne's right.
Tell
Can
me
you
about
call
your,
Madara a member of the Akatsuki? Because if
uh,
so, he's my favorite.
I mean, wasn't Madara Toby or Toby was Madara?
Uh, if if anyone's watching and they're watching
Yeah.
Naruto right now, skip this part.
Oh yeah,
But
no, spoiler alert, spoiler alert.
yeah, spoiler alert. No, Toby is one of Kakashi's friends. and Madara is actually dead, but he got revived.
Oh, right. I remember now.
Yeah, yeah.
True.
Dude, the
Mm,
Akatsuki's super cool. Like they're after world peace, but they're
yeah,
invicting violence to do it. So like,
man, that was so sad when they killed Jiraiya. Man,
dude,
I didn't understand why, because they used to be students.
right?
So
That messed me up.
yeah, I love Itachi, Kisame, man. I am a huge fan, a Naruto fan. So I
Oh
had
my
to
god.
ask you, and then I see the Funko Pop collection, man. You
Yeah,
love
look,
this?
we got the
Yeah,
Dragon Balls.
Dragon Ball, also
Yeah, we
Dragon
got a
Ball, big
bunch of like
fan,
my hero. This we made
big
this sword
fan.
up here.
Oh my
That was
god,
for a cosplay actually.
yeah. So you
So
do cosplay or you used to?
I do a little bit. I like to go to like the Comic Cons and stuff. I'm
Uh,
building a cosplay right now,
oh
but
yeah, who?
it's slow going.
Oh, who? Which character? You wanna
So
say it?
the swords for Asta from Black
Ah,
Clover, and then
mm.
I'm
Oh,
building
the guy
Ida.
with the white hair.
Yes.
Oh man, no,
It's
that's
so
amazing.
cool, and the
Yes.
sword itself, like the video doesn't do it justice. It's over eight
Mm.
feet tall.
Oh yeah.
Uh, but I'm building Ida from My Hero Academia, just because
Okay.
he's got a cool hero costume.
Yeah,
So
yeah. Man, I love that, Tommy. Man, hopefully we will talk another day about this
absolutely,
man.
yeah, we need to meet in
So
person one day.
yeah, of course, man. Of course. So basically, our content is in Spanish, but this year I say, man, I'm living United States now, so since 3 years ago. So I say, hey, it's time to learn English. It's time to talk with the fighters. So man, I love this. Thank you again for the opportunity, Tommy. Anything else you wanna say to the people that will watch this interview, or I don't know anything you remind now you
Uh,
wanna say?
quick shout out to my sponsors.
Sure.
We've got the Toro BJJ shirt on. Along with Cage Side MMA, they keep me looking fresh, feeling fresh. Eden Chiropractic, same thing, feeling fresh. This is the best I've ever felt through a fight camp, just because I've been getting adjusted, going for dry needling. The dude designs all of our shirts. This Mike Cranford. Proper Pour Events. That's our Muay Thai coach first and foremost. But he's a wonderful drink catering service. If
Mm.
anybody ever needs anything like that, Corrupted Arts. Same thing. Oh, hold on. Yeah. Keep me
Yeah,
keep
we
me
can
looking
see it.
fresh with the tattoo.
Sheesh.
And then the
You
screen
have
print
merch
play.
still or not? No merch?
Do what?
You don't have the Akatsuki merch yet or no? You
Not
sold out?
actually. I got the. I don't have it on right now, but
Mm,
our walkout shirts have
mm,
the Akatsuki symbol on it.
yeah.
So
Oh,
I think
cool.
I'm gonna keep that theme for the next fight as well. So if anybody wants to order an Akatsuki Tommy Cuozzi walkout shirt, hit me up for the next fight. We'll get it done.
So
But yeah, dude, it's I'm thankful for all my sponsors, and I appreciate you getting me on. Uh, Thank you.
yeah. So where the people can find you on Instagram? Tell me.
Oh yeah, that's a good question. If you want to follow me on Instagram, I post a lot of pictures of me getting punched in the face. Uh, that's tvcjr.mma. I have a TikTok as well. It's not so much punch face; it's just stupid videos. That's TC Wizzle. It's T Quizzle, but I had to change it up. Just add a little spice to it.
Mm.
Um, but yeah, I have a Facebook too. That's just Tommy Little T Quasi. But yeah,
So I will leave the Instagram handle of the it at the and the link of
yeah.
Tommy in the description so people can reach you easily. So
Oh, thank
again,
you.
Tommy, thank you again for the opportunity, man. Hope you do well in your next fight and in your journey as a MMA fighter. Hope we can tell another day. So man, thank you again for the opportunity.
Absolutely. Thank you, man.
So here we go. I'm Lichald Scott, Tommy Cuozzi, Lichald Scott MMA Podcast. Bye.